So what happens is when you want to make hip hop bigger, what you have to do then is include the ladies. Mm-hmm. So then you can't be talking the same shit that you was talking for the niggas exclusively. You then have to figure out how do you bring in the females. And an artist like Cannabis, who you mentioned earlier,
yeah,
chicks aren't gonna dig that, you know, his artistry, his lyrical prowess, because that's just not where a woman's mind is at if this nigga's saying some old ill shit.
Yeah,
I'm the baddest, M other, F fucker. Let me break the style down so you don't have to wonder. That's dope to me, you know, but will it be dope to my little sister? Will it be dope to, you know, my mom's, you know, your girl? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you had to begin to the process of called dumbing it down to make it palatable for females. So once you start blurring that line, you start changing the music.
Yeah.
And it's been blurred to the extent now that women and kids run hip hop. Niggas didn't make the Crank That the biggest record last year.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but do you think there's a little too much copying going on? I mean, if we take, let's say we take the top 40 songs, right? Guarantee 20 or 25 of them, you know, everyone's riding off of T-Pain. They're all using the auto tune. It's all vocoder sounds. I mean, do you think? I mean, like, even if you remember, you know, when Kanye's beats were hot, everyone was doing the sped up soul samples. I mean, you know, it's a lot of copying. Do you think there needs to be more originality, or?
Of course, but unfortunately, what's happened now is the music has become more business than music. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have that instant joint right now that can go in a club or that can go to radio and be that hit, people aren't interested in music much anymore. And one of the biggest problems with music now is it happened back, I think it was probably like around 90, 91 maybe, when they started making the SoundScan numbers so much of a big deal. They made it public at that point, and they made it such a big deal on what the first week numbers were. So that if your first week numbers weren't whatever they were, if they weren't considered being successful, shall we say, then your whole project was basically going to get scrapped. But now, what if you had a really dope project that it just took people a little while to catch on to?
Yeah, like even Robin Thicke a few years ago, he had a slow burn, but he ended up having one of the biggest selling R&B albums still. It started out real bad. It was like, what was it? It was like maybe 10,000, 20,000 the first week.
Exactly. Okay. Even Econ is a great example. Mm-hmm. You know, and when the pressure is on so heavy that you gotta have this, you gotta have that first single, you gotta have that second single, you gotta have that third single, and it's gotta be radio bangers, and you gotta bang in the club, and then you forget about the music. Then what we're talking about is all business. So in regards to the copycat shit, yeah, people are doing that because that's what the pressure's coming down on from the business perspective. Because the first thing they're gonna say is make some shit that sounds like that, because that's a hit record. So if you make one that sounds like that right now, we can go right behind that, and you'll have a hit record too. And like you said, T-Pain is a great example. You know, you got people out there who are trying to learn how to sing like that without the fucking voice box.
Oh man.
You know, true.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is the way for you to sing. No, it's not the way that you're supposed to sing. This is some shit that Homeboy did, and he wasn't even the first to do it himself.
Yeah, I mean, you take it back. I mean, like '95 with the California Love Jump Off. You know, I mean, even before that, Roger Troutman was doing that for a minute. But yeah, the thing is, it's just that it's almost like a fluke because you know, even T-Pain said that he, you know, he's not a good vocalist. You know, like, I mean, you know, he could do the basics, and now everyone, you know, even the people that could sing. I mean, you get people like R. Kelly and Mariah Carey and all them doing it now too. You know.
Oh yeah, I mean, and it's to the point now that Snoop want to sing on his fucking record. Lil Wayne do it sometimes. It's like, all right, come on, guys, like,
yeah,
fucking break it.
True. So what's a typical day like for you?
Shit. I try to get up as early as possible. Up on the computer. Try to send out emails. Try to answer emails. You know, also too with like this life as I'm looking at it. Trying to find the next thing. Like, what is it after? You know, I'm DJing in the clubs, and what is it going to be after this? Because, you know, I'm sure, like with what you do, we understand that there's not really a pension plan for us.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel that.
And just really thinking about the future and looking to see what else I can begin to develop and get into. Because like I said, bro, hey, when you really look at it, it's especially with this economy, with the way things are going in the world, it's some scary shit out there, and you got to be thinking more than just, all right, well, you know, I'm balling in the club with a bottle right now, so life is good, and I got everything I need. You know, you really got to start looking at, all right, well, what the fuck am I going to do when I turn 60? Because at 60, I don't want to be in the club.
Yeah, exactly.